Hello everyone, Michelle Smith here. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then welcome. I'm so happy you found me. I have a Dollar Tree Christmas DIY for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you how I decorated one of these large wood cutouts for Christmas that you can pick up from Dollar Tree. I really do love working with their large wood cutouts. They have such a wide variety and there are so many different things you can do with them. Let me show you how to make it. To get started on today's project, you're going to need one of these large wood cutouts that you can pick up from Dollar Tree. Now this is the one of a large ornament. I really do like the shape. And I just found these the last time I went into Dollar Tree. This is a new bag. I have not seen these before. They had several different colors to choose from. Red, blue, gold, silver I did see, but I really love that texture and that is why I chose it. This is what we're going to use to cover the base of our wood cutout. So I'm just going to cut off this front panel so it'll be easier for me to work with. The material is nice and thick. It'll be great to work with. Now I'm going to leave the hanger here. This is what we're going to use to hang our project once we're complete. But I'm going to pull the knot here down to the back and add a little bit of hot glue. I want to make sure that knot stays in the back. So I just put a little drop right in the hole and pull it tight till that knot is right next to it. That way it'll stay in the back and I won't be able to see it from the front. Now I'm just going to lay down my ornament over my paper here, trace it out and get it cut out. So I have my piece all cut out and I'm just double checking to make sure I didn't overcut. That looks good. Looks like it's going to cover that nicely. Now to attach that, I'm just going to be using Mod Podge and I'm only going to be putting it underneath. I'm not going to be putting it on the top, so it doesn't matter whether you use the gloss or the matte. Whichever you have will work just fine. I have my Mod Podge out. Now when I spread my Mod Podge, I always like to use these type of brushes. For some reason it just seems to spread it better for me. Now you want to get a good even coat all the way over the base. And I usually put a good amount out there. I can even it out later. But the wood will absorb some of the glue, so you want to make sure you get a good amount. Otherwise, you're going to constantly be laying it down and it's just going to dry out on you. So make sure you get a good amount on. And once you get it down, just go over it and make sure it's nice and even. And once you have it down, go ahead and lay down your paper. Just work on getting any air bubbles out. Then you want to lay some weight on this to make sure that it has good contact while it dries. And if it doesn't fit perfectly, don't worry about that. We can always clean that up after everything dries. So I'm going to get some weight on this and let it dry, and then I'll come back and we'll move forward. Now my paper is dry. I'm very happy with that. Now my fit is pretty good. If you need to clean up around your edge, you can always take a sandpaper block and go over the edges. You just want to go down and away, all the way around, and that'll clean up any excess paper that you may have. But I'm happy with this. You're also going to need 4 wood letters that spell Noel. If you choose to do a different word, you'll need those letters, and you'll want to paint them a dark green. You'll also need some greenery. You'll need 1 stem of snow greenery, and this is the dark colored one. This is new to the store, and it does have snow on it. And then you'll also need 1 stem of the frosted greenery. This is the one with berries. They have one with red berries or one with white. Whichever one you choose is fine. You'll need 1 stem as well. You're also going to need some floral tape and a couple red berry stems. These I also picked up from Dollar Tree. These are the large ones. You will need 3 berries. We're going to start with our greenery. Now we're going to make a little greenery pick of our own. It's going to look like this. I have the dark greenery with the snow on it in the back, and then the lighter greenery on top, and I use the floral tape to put it together. So I'm going to show you how to do that with these. Okay, so you'll need 2 stems of this one, the frosted greenery. And then you'll need 4 pieces of this one, the snowy greenery. So what I do is, some of them have 2 pieces on the stem, like this one. I'll cut right above the first one there. And then this one I'll cut right down here at the stem. So that gives me some length to work. So I need 2 long ones and 2 short ones. And I'll have 1 extra one, but I'm going to use that to fill in the middle, and you'll see when we put this together how I do that. So you want the longest one, then you want to come up just a little bit, and then take another one. So you can see I have them stacked. And then the 4th one, you come down underneath like that. Okay. Now I have all the stems together. I'm going to trim them to the shortest one. And then I'm going to take the floral tape and I'm going to tape them, all the stems together. You just need to wrap it around itself a few times. And then just work it down to cover the end. It's okay, I can put that back on. And then work down the stem a little bit. Until you reach here. Then add just a little dab of hot glue. That'll make sure that stays nice and secure. Wrap around again and trim. Okay, so there's my greenery, the dark greenery. And now we're going to do these two. And if you can hold all of these and just do one wrap in your hand, by all means, go ahead. I just do it in two because it's easier on myself. So again, I'm going to adjust this. Let's do it this way. Put one on top of the other. That's going to go on top. So keep that in mind as you're placing them. I think that's good. And then wrap those two together. You just want to go around several times, make sure you get good coverage, and then it's nice and secure. Okay, feel free to adjust them a little bit to get them to lay the way you want them to. I'm going to make sure I can see all my berries. And then also you can bend them to shape them. So let's see, that's going to go on that side, so let's bend it the other way. So it goes down this side. Okay. And that'll go underneath. Same thing with this. You know, and if you have that issue and they don't want to stay on, just add a little hot glue and then put them back on. They won't leave then. And then this is going to go on top. Okay, then find your placement this way. Lay one on top of the other. Play with it a little bit. Make sure that it's going to lay the way you want it to. Like that. And then wrap those two together. This will make it much easier for us to attach it to our cutout. And once you get them all together, just readjust. You want them to be a little flat and not stick out too much. Lost one of my guys here. One piece left. I'm going to hang on to that. So I'm going to put this one on this side and this one on this side. I think that's going to fill that in very nicely. Now I found this really pretty ribbon at Costco. I just picked it up this week, and this is one of their wonderful Christmas buys. let's see, I believe this is 2.5 inches and you get 50 yards. They did go up in price this year. Instead of $6.99, it was $8.49, but I think that is still a really great deal. Their ribbon is really good. Sam's Club also has really good ribbon deals, but the last time I went, I was able to find some at my local Costco. So every year I look and I stock up on my Christmas ribbon now at Costco. Now I just made a simple basic bow that's one loop on either side with tails. I took 3 of those large berries and I wrapped them around. They do come on wire, so I clustered them together and wrapped them around the bow. And I'm just going to glue my bow right in the center. This last piece I'm going to use to kind of fill in down here. I don't know if I'm going to leave it one piece. I might trim it and use it as 2 pieces. But I'm going to get these down first. And I'm just going to hot glue them down. Okay, looks like I'm going to keep that a single piece. And there you go. I think that looks so pretty. That's all nice and dry. I did add just a little bit more greenery here at the bottom and here at the top. It needed just that teeny bit of sparkle to fill in. Now there's one more element I want to add here to the top. I have these really pretty little mini flocked pine cones. Now I got these last year or the year before from Dollar Tree. I hope they'll have them again. They usually come plain or flocked. So I pulled out about 7. I'm going to add these. And I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue and place them. For your convenience, in the description box below is a detailed list of all the tools and materials I used to complete this Christmas DIY. I love it. Now we're going to add our letters. Now I always like to get my placement down first before I start gluing anything. And I'm lucky that this does have that pattern on it. That's going to help me get everything straight. So this is about my center. Now, if your paper doesn't have a pattern on it and you need some help, you can always lay a ruler down and then put your letters on top, get them placed, and then attach them one by one. That way you'll make sure you get it nice and straight. Okay, so you want to make sure they're about the same distance. I kind of try to get the center in between these two since it's a 4-letter word. Okay, I like that. Now to attach these, I'm just going to be attaching it with the craft glue by Crafter Square. Just kind of use the tip of the applicator there to spread out the glue so there's not too much. This glue will dry clear in case anything oozes out. Do your best to get your placement. This will give you just a moment to adjust your letters to make sure you get them nice and straight. But I like it because it is tacky and it will hold the letter down. I'm going to get the rest of my letters attached. I have all my embellishments attached. I have my Noel on, and I'm super pleased with the end result. This is an absolutely gorgeous Christmas wall decor. You can also use this piece as a sign on a wreath. Absolutely gorgeous, and only about $10 to put together. But look at how beautiful that textured paper came out for the background on this ornament. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and show me some love in the comments. This really does help support my channel. It lets YouTube know that I have content that's worth watching, and then they share it with more people and my channel grows. Thanks again for stopping by. You know it's always a pleasure to see you. I hope everyone is staying happy, healthy, and strong. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.